It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. Huh, so many people on meth. Ow!
Well, you know, a lot of people always like to do something funky or funny or crazy when they get their diploma, and that definitely happened over the weekend at the graduation for South Plantation High School. There was a student who tried to pull off a backflip after getting onto the stage to accept their diploma.
Okay.
But when they got up there and did the backflip, they didn't notice that the person behind them was right there. And so in the backflip, it turned into a swinging backflip face kick.
Oh.
Oh, it was rough. And here's the crowd drinking in this moment at graduation. Oh, man. And down they went. It was violent.
That sucks, man.
Wow.
That really sucks.
The person who did the backflip did apologize, but said, hey, I did warn her before the name was called that I was going to be doing a flip, and I think maybe she just kind of lost her senses in that, and she got a little bit too close, maybe not knowing how it was going, because they didn't really work it out. They go, hey, I'm going to do a backflip. Then they got on stage, and then she got caught up in the moment. He got caught up in the moment and did the backflip, and kaboom, right in the noggin.
Oh, well, if he told her and she was standing all up on him, I mean, he did warn you.
You ever see the video of the guy who does a backflip in honor at a funeral, but goes too hard and does a backflip into the coffin?
What?
That's amazing.
It is amazing. I mean, they didn't feel anything because they were dead, but everyone else did.
Wow.
Everyone shook.
That's something. Well, here was a gender reveal in true Miami fashion. Boy, these things get goofy and get dangerous a lot, too. I see people always getting hurt with these, but if you're in downtown Miami yesterday, you might have seen a helicopter that was hovering amongst the buildings. And you can only assume it was a gender reveal because out came some kind of blue powdery-like liquid out of the helicopter, raining down on the people below.
Feels safe to breathe.
Yeah, it does. There was a blue balloon, so I guess we can only assume, I guess that was a gender reveal based on the video that I saw, but we really need to stop with the gender reveal, don't we? I mean, they seem to be getting out of hand. I can't tell you how many injuries and fatalities we've now had from gender reveals.
It's a mess.
It really is kind of crazy, isn't it? And they never seem to go well here in South Florida. Remember the last one we had? We had the gender reveal, and they did the thing, but it made the floor slippery, and the woman who was pregnant then tripped and fell down really hard right onto the baby.
The pregnant lady fell.
Yeah.
Because y'all did something stupid. How horrifying would it be if she started bleeding or something worse? Like, come on.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Safety first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would think. Well, police in Port St. Lucie are looking for a man who took a photo of a woman as she got out of the shower. The man broke into the home while the woman was in the shower and her husband was sleeping.
Oh my, that is brazen.
When the woman stepped out of the shower, the man was standing in her bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
Ready with his camera, took a photo, and then took off. They believe the same man was involved in another similar incident that happened over the weekend in Port St. Lucie. They still haven't found him, but just to let you know, if you're in the pizzle, somebody going around trying to film you coming out of the shower, and they are very brazen.
All right, Pizzle. I know a lot of y'all are packing heat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And just to let you know that veteran cop in Miami-Dade, the sheriff's lieutenant, he was the one that picked up the transgender at 11, and then there was some kind of altercation that happened when they got back to his place. And Daniel Chala is his name, 54-year-old. He allegedly choked the transgender woman at his apartment after meeting her at 11 nightclub. The woman told police that Chala had kissed her, then wrapped his arm around her neck for 3 minutes despite her pleas to stop.
Oh, my gosh.
She escaped, sought help from neighbors. One witness saw her bleeding and called 911. And
Oh, my
officers
gosh.
noted the red marks on her neck and broken nails. But despite all this, the prosecutors have dropped the case after the victim stopped cooperating.
Wow.
Yeah. Here's a bit of the news story about this very interesting report.
You guys met at the club, correct?
Yes.
Walk me through what happened.
Nothing.
So you guys didn't argue?
No, we didn't argue.
You just stated
I
that you
just
did.
kicked her out
Why did you kick her out?
because I didn't care for her.
Why didn't you care for her?
Because I didn't like her.
Made you
No
kick her
violence
off.
whatsoever. I did not squeeze that woman's neck.
Just she was choking her and refusing to let go.
Okay. Well, Chale, 30-year department veteran, faced a battery charge, but guess there's going to be nothing now. You just walk away from it. So I wonder
Wow.
what happened there.
That is crazy.
Does make you wonder, huh? Well, Christopher Monin pleaded guilty to a months-long burglary spree involving the theft of dozens of pool floats, which he admitted using for his own sexual gratification. They arrested him in Palm Bay after spotting him with a bag of deflated floats.
What you doing?
He led police to a vacant house storing about 75 stolen inflatables, which he called girlfriends, including some novelty items like a duck, bacon, and a Shaquille O'Neal float.
What are we doing with the duck?
Not the duck.
Not Shaq.
Wow. Dang. He did a plea deal. He's got 2 years of community control and 8 years of probation. The court cited a mental disorder requiring treatment. Apparently, they think it's odd if you're using pool floats for sexual gratification. So,
I mean, especially if you do it out in public.
yeah. And he has a string of these. He has previously served jail time, and all of his past convictions dating back to 2007 all involve stolen pool floats.
Oh my.
See, he's got a
He's got the-
floaty fetish.
A floaty
Floaty
fetish. He's got the
fetish.
hornies for pool floats, and he can't stop it. He can't help himself. That's crazy,
I
huh?
feel like that's not the first story you've had about someone who's done weird things to floats.
I
Maybe
think it might be the same guy. It's the same guy. He keeps getting arrested. Honestly, I think it is the same guy. As I saw his mugshot, I'm like, I think I know that guy. Oh, man. A police deputy in Volusia County, Florida, got arrested for driving her personal motorcycle with a fake license plate that said, "Chase me." Okay, that'd be like, what are you doing?
You had to know better. You are a cop. Mm-hmm. What the hell's going on there?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah. A California man has been accused of breaking into a woman's home and licking her toes while she slept.
Again, another story I feel like you've reported on before. Now,
happens a lot,
there's
yeah.
multiples of this.
This is a new guy. This is a 26-year-old Christian Alejandro Solorio Anguiano who had been stalking the woman since February. Witnesses noticed him attempting to enter her home in the days leading up to the break-in, and recently he allegedly entered the home and started licking her toes.
I just saw a video of this guy who got arrested. He was staying at some kind of like, motel or hotel on the water, and there was this report for the 3 days in a row, some guy breaking into rooms and licking at women's feet, even with their husbands in the room while they were sleeping.
Can you believe the nerve?
They found him. The body cam footage is pretty revealing. And then the dad of the foot licker had to come and listen to all of the details in front of the police.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
That's kind of an odd way to be, huh?
So it's a thing out there, man.
Oh, it is. But, I mean, it sounded like she wasn't into you, so why are you going to think that she's going to be into you after you break into her place and start licking on them piggies?
He didn't care.
I don't think he's right in the
Yeah.
head.
Wow. How about that? Well, there you go. There's a lot of weird people out there, y'all.
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.